What's up, guys? UFC 108 just finished up about 2 hours ago. It was a pretty entertaining card compared to what most people thought it would be. Uh, I was entertained with it, even though my expectations were low. It surpassed them, obviously. Uh, yeah, so let's get right into the review.
I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. I hear the secrets that you keep.
First fight was Junior Dos Santos against Gilbert Yvel. I took Yvel, I'll admit it, yes, I took him. Junior Dos Santos is an amazing fighter. I'm not taking anything away from him. I knew going into this fight that he was the favorite. I know he had over an 85% chance of even winning this. The only reason I took Gilbert Yvel, I thought, he had more experience than Dos Santos. He's had 36 wins. After tonight, 14 losses. Dos Santos is, I believe, 9-1 now, or 10-1 with this victory. I think the biggest name he's beaten obviously is Crow Cop, but Crow Cop is on the decline of his career, so you guys can't even say, okay, yeah, he beat Crow Cop in his prime. No. Yvel's fought some really good fighters. 36 wins, that shows the experience right there. But then again, maybe Yvel is also on his decline, so I'm not taking anything away from Dos Santos. I think he is in the upper echelon of the heavyweight division, even in the world. I think Dos Santos is up there. So, but Dos Santos won 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the first round by TKO. The second fight was Jim Miller against Duane Ludwig. I didn't really pay attention to this matchup. I thought they were just filler matchups. But before I knew it was over. Jim Miller won by submission of armbar, and it apparently got the submission of the night as well. So it must have been pretty good. I didn't get to see it. I'm sorry about that. One fight that I did watch that earned fight of the night was Sam Stout versus Joe Lauzon. Amazing fight from start to finish. Right at the beginning, Joe Lauzon got Stout into a Kimura or an armbar, and they just kept flipping. They were rolling throughout in the octagon from one cage to the other, and Sam Stout managed to get out of it. And after that, it was game over for Joe Lauzon. The whole fight, Sam Stout was putting together these amazing combos. The jab, kick. He was just destroying Lauzon, just standing up, and Lauzon kept trying to get him to the ground, but Sam Stout got right back up. Sam Stout, he ended up winning by unanimous decision. His cardio is ridiculous. I was really impressed with his cardio throughout from rounds 1 to 3 to the end of round 3. You see him just jumping up and down, just keeping his balance, and everything was good. He was breathing fine, and it was impressive. Joe Lauzon was evidently tired, and he didn't know what to do against Stout. The next fight was Paul Daly versus Dustin Hazlitt. This was the co-main event. We got the classic striker against grappler matchup right there. I was surprised with Hazlitt trying to stand up as much as he did in this. I thought he was going to try taking it right to the ground. He did some next little flip right at the beginning of the match, and I'm guessing he was trying to catch Daly's leg and just try and get him into a right submission, but Daly dodged it, and this fight was mostly stand-up for as long as it was 2 minutes or whatever, and I'm guessing you guys could already figure out who won. Daly knocked the crap out of him. He won knockout of the night for that. The only chance Hazlitt had of winning is if he took it to the ground, and he couldn't even do that. So yeah, there's your winner, Paul Daly, first round knockout. And the main event, Thiago Silva versus Rashad Evans. I personally wanted Thiago Silva to win this. I liked Thiago Silva ever since his first matchup in the UFC. I'm very big on him, aggressive striker. He can knock you out in one punch, and just the way he wrecked Houston Alexander, James Irvin. Well, James Irvin he lost because he broke his knee or his leg, something over there. But Thiago Silva, he's an aggressive fighter. Everybody knows who he is. Rashad Evans, a wrestler, and evidently in this fight he went back to his roots with his wrestling. First 2 rounds, I would give it up to Evans. He got the majority of the takedowns. But the one thing that I noticed, he didn't really do much damage to Thiago Silva on the ground. When he got him on the ground, Thiago Silva was up to his feet within the next 30 seconds, you know. But then again, in the UFC, you know, you get a takedown, those are automatic points. Um, uh, they Rashad Evans just was taking him down at will, but Thiago Silva got right back up, you know. Um, it was odd to see Rashad Evans going for the clinch as often as he did, you know. Uh, Thiago Silva, I thought he would have taken him in the clinch department at least. He didn't show much of that. The third round, though, Thiago Silva was just toying with Rashad Evans. You know, Rashad got a few takedowns, but for the majority of the third round, Thiago Silva was up and just pounding Rashad Evans. You know, he was just standing up with him. He was landing shots at will. You know, at one point in the fight, he got him. He got Rashad rocked, and Rashad was wobbling. It was evident that Rashad was wobbling, but for some goddamn reason, I don't know what the fuck was going through Thiago Silva's mind. I've lost a lot of respect for him because of that, but I still love him off as a fighter. He had him rocked, but he wasn't capitalizing on it. Not at all. He was not going after him. I was pissed off. I was up out of my seat. I was wondering what the hell was this guy doing. There were even points in the fight, the third round, where Thiago Silva was doing what Anderson Silva did to Forrest Griffin. Put his hands down. He kept saying, let's go, because Rashad Evans kept backing up. You know what I mean? I knew Rashad Evans, everybody knew in the arena that Rashad Evans took the first 2 rounds. So he wasn't going to really push the pressure and, risk himself getting knocked out. But Thiago Silva was pretty pissed. He kept telling Rashad, let's go, I'm waiting for you. He wanted him to throw punches. He put his hands down and put his jaw out there for him, just waiting for him to swing. But Rashad Evans didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Thiago Silva actually, like I said, he got him rocked, but he did not capitalize. There was about 40 seconds left on the clock, and Rashad Evans was going for a takedown, and they were just pinned up against the cage, and Silva was just standing there looking at the clock. I'm like, what is this guy doing? He knows he's down in the fight, yet he's not trying to make any major movements. He maybe was gassed, but come on, Thiago Silva, knowing him from the past fights, it looked like he would do anything to win, and I thought that, even though he was gassed, he would at least give it his dying effort to do something major. I thought he could, go for, start dropping some knees while Evans was down there, Evans was on his knees, so it was legal for him to drop those knees, but Thiago Silva didn't do shit. And as you guys can tell by my tone of voice and the way I'm describing this fight, Rashad Evans took him by a unanimous decision. I was really pissed off with Thiago Silva's performance, especially in the third round. He had the chance to finish it, but he didn't take it. Really pissed me off. So that was UFC 108. I believe Fight Night with Maynard and Diaz as the main event is next week. I think it's next week. I will be doing a review on that. I usually, there's not many big fighter names on this, but Gray Maynard and Nate Diaz, I think that's going to be a good fight. I personally, I don't like Nate Diaz at all. I don't like him. I don't like his attitude. He's a good fighter. I'm not taking that away from him, but I hope Gray Maynard knocks him the fuck out. That's what I'm calling. I hope Gray Maynard knocks this motherfucker out. Anyway, check out my review for that next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thoughts, comments, Rashad versus Rampage. I heard rumors of that in March. And March is already shaping up to be a good event from the rumors that I'm hearing. GSP against Hardy, Mir against Carwin, which is official that they'll be fighting for the interim belt. And I heard stuff going around about Thiago Alves versus John Fitch. So that could be a really good fight, that could be a really good card. So we'll see what goes down with that. Like I said, thoughts, let me know what you guys think. And you guys will hear from me next week from the Fight Night review. Hope you guys enjoyed 108, and hope you guys enjoyed the review. Peace.